The Jedi base was still in repair when Brycen slipped away, unable to silence the pull in his chest. The Force was whispering, leading him back toward the storm, the citadel where Malachor and Jaden waited. His wounds burned, but his resolve burned hotter. The ruined fortress loomed ahead, lightning splitting the skies. Inside, Jaden stood waiting, cloak torn, his smirk cold. Beside him, Malachor's towering form radiated hatred. "So, the Padawan comes alone," Jaden sneered. "How fitting." Brycen's hand tightened on the hilt at his side. When the saber hissed to life, the blade burned crimson, not the bright gold or blue of the Jedi, but the weapon he'd carried since Jaden had resurrected him. Malachor chuckled low, circling. "A red blade. The truth reveals itself." Brycen's jaw clenched. "This saber doesn't make me Sith. It's just steel. My choices make me Jedi." He lunged forward, sabers crashing in a brutal whirlwind. Sparks danced through the air as Brycen held his own against both Malachor's crushing power and Jaden's cunning strikes. His body screamed from the wounds he'd endured, but his heart refused to yield. Then, out of the shadows, a Sith fighter, loyal to Malachor, darted in with a vibroblade. Brycen turned too late. Pain seared across his side as the blade pierced through, staggering him to one knee. Jaden's laughter echoed, sharp as knives. "See? The Jedi cannot save you. That red saber belongs to me. You belong to me." But even on his knees, Brycen's crimson blade blazed defiance. "I don't belong to you. I never did." Brycen's breaths came ragged, blood seeping through his robes where the Sith fighter's blade had struck. Still, his crimson saber whirled in furious arcs, every strike fueled not by hate, but by willpower, by the refusal to surrender. Malachor pressed harder, his massive strikes shaking the ground. Jaden darted in from the side, taunting with every slash. "Look at you, fighting with my gift. That saber is proof you'll never escape me." Brycen roared, locking sabers with both foes at once, forcing them back in a brilliant flash. His knees trembled, his vision swam, but he refused to bow. "This is not your victory." Then Malachor fainted left, while the Sith fighter lunged low. The vibroblade caught Brycen in his ribs again, his guard finally broken. Malachor's saber hammered against his chest plate, sending him sprawling across the stone floor. The crimson saber tumbled from his hand, sparking against the ruins. Brycen gasped, his body still, his eyes half closed. Jaden stood over him, triumph twisting his scarred face. "At last, he's mine again." Malachor only glared at the body. "No. He is broken. Leave him." Lightning split the sky as the two Sith turned away, convinced Brycen was finished. His saber lay extinguished at his side. But in the silence, the faintest spark of breath stirred his lips. His hand twitched, fingers brushing the hilt. Deep inside the Force, a light still burned. Brycen was down. And he was gone. Or is he? The Jedi base was quiet, its medbay filled with the soft hum of scanners and the faint scent of Bacta. Silver lay on the cot, pale and battered, his chest wrapped in fresh bandages. The fight with Malachor had nearly cost him everything, and the echoes of it still clung to the air. At his side, Ethan sat cross-legged, his hands steady as he guided the flow of the Force into his master's wounds. Sweat trickled down his brow, but he didn't falter. "You're pushing yourself too hard," Silver rasped, his voice thin but still carrying that calm authority. Ethan shook his head, eyes glowing faintly as he focused. "You nearly died out there. I'm not stopping until I know you're safe." Silver managed a faint smile, though pain lingered in his gaze. "I should be the one protecting you, both of you. But instead, you're carrying me." The glow in Ethan's hands pulsed brighter, warmth seeping into Silver's body as torn muscles began knitting together. "That's what brothers do. Brycen and I, we're your Padawans, but we're also your family. You'd die for us." Now it's my turn to keep you alive. Silver's eyes softened, the weight of those words piercing deeper than any wound. For the first time in days, some of the tension left his body. You've grown, Ethan, he murmured. More than you realize. The healing light dimmed as Ethan slumped back, exhausted but relieved. Silver took a long breath, color returning to his face. But even in that brief calm, Ethan's thoughts drifted to Brycen, lost in the storm with Jaden and Malachar. A chill ran through him. Hold on, brother. We're coming for you. The hours passed slowly in the medbay. Ethan stayed close, refusing to leave Silver's side even as fatigue clawed at him. At last, Silver managed to sit upright, the golden saber that never left his side resting across his lap. You did well, Silver said quietly, his voice steadier now. Without you, I'd still be bleeding out. But we can't rest here forever. Ethan nodded, though worry clouded his face. Brycen's still out there. I can feel him through the force, faint, but alive. Malachar and Jaden think he's finished, but they're wrong. Silver's gaze hardened, jaw tightening. Then we move. But this time, we don't storm in blindly. Malachar nearly broke us because we fought him on his terms. If we're going to bring Brycen back, we have to strike smarter. Ethan frowned, leaning forward. You mean infiltration again? Not just infiltration, Silver replied, eyes narrowing. We'll need to draw them away from Brycen. Divide their strength. Malachar feeds on fear and power. If we can bait him into a trap, even briefly, we can reach Brycen before they finish what they started. Ethan hesitated, the memory of his nightmare gnawing at him. He saw Brycen's eyes glowing yellow, crimson blades flashing. He shook his head, pushing the fear aside. No matter what, we don't leave him. Even if he falls again. Silver studied him carefully, hearing the weight in his Padawan's voice. You doubt him? Ethan swallowed hard. Not him. I doubt myself. I dreamt he'd turn. That I wouldn't be strong enough to stop him. Silver placed a steady hand on Ethan's shoulder, his voice firm but gentle. Visions can lie. The future is never set in stone. What matters is this, Brycen is our family. And family doesn't give up. Ethan met his master's gaze and finally nodded. Then let's bring him home. The base was alive with quiet urgency. Jedi healers moved through the halls, repairing both minds and bodies after the last battle. Ships sat in the hangar, scarred but functional, their crews working tirelessly. Ethan and Silver moved together, their presence drawing glances from those around them. Silver's golden saber hung at his side, a quiet beacon. Ethan's steps carried determination, though shadows lingered in his eyes. In the command chamber, Master Saris, a veteran with lines carved deep across her face, looked up as they entered. You both should still be recovering, she said sharply. Charging back into Malachar's grasp would be suicide. Silver bowed slightly but didn't flinch. Brycen is still alive. We feel him. If we delay, he won't last. Murmurs rippled through the room. Some Jedi exchanged doubtful glances, but Ethan stepped forward, his voice clear and unwavering. We're not asking for an army. Just enough to distract Malachar's forces. All we need is a window to reach Brycen. That's it. For a moment, silence. Then Sarah studied Ethan, her gaze softening. You speak with fire, young one. Perhaps too much of it. But I cannot deny the bond you three share. Very well. You'll have a strike team. Relief washed over Ethan, though he tried not to show it. Silver inclined his head respectfully. Thank you. We'll bring him back. Later, as they prepared in the hangar, Jedi Knights and loyal troopers gathered. The hum of engines filled the air, ships ready for launch. Ethan tightened his gauntlets, nerves buzzing in his chest. Silver stood at his side, calm but unyielding. This isn't just another mission, Silver said, watching the hangar doors open to the stormlit sky. It's a promise. To Brycen. To ourselves. No matter what waits for us in that citadel, we end it together. Ethan gripped his saber tightly, resolve burning through the doubt. Together.